Until mid-December 2022, the state budget has recorded a deficit of 237.7 trillion rupiah. The Minister of Finance said the realization was equivalent to 1.22% of GDP, or lower than this year's deficit realization target of 4.5% of GDP.
State budget realization until the end of the second week of December 2022 was lower than the forecast. As of December 14, the Minister of Finance noted that the realized deficit had reached 237.7 trillion rupiah. Finance Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati said that the realization was equivalent to 1.22% of GDP, or lower than this year's deficit realization target of 4.5% of GDP. Sri Mulyani ensured that the realization of the state budget deficit was lower than the realization for the same period last year, which was valued at 617.4 trillion rupiah, or 3.64% of GDP. Sri Mulyani said that the deficit figure illustrates that the state budget is starting to recover. She explained that the deficit in the state treasury was running on track, in line with the accelerated state spending and state revenues, which grew significantly. Meanwhile, the realization of the state spending as of 14 December 2022 reached 2,717.6 trillion, and state revenue reached 2,579.9 trillion. This shows that the fiscal consolidation transition towards next year has proceeded as expected, and the state budget is still working hard to support the momentum of economic growth.
Defisit 237,7 triliun. Defisit ini jauh lebih kecil dari yang diindikasikan atau direncanakan yang tertuang di dalam Perpres 98 2022, yaitu 840,2 triliun. Angka defisit ini jauh lebih kecil dari Perpres dan juga jauh lebih kecil dibandingkan defisit tahun lalu yang posisi 14 Desember mencapai 617,4 triliun.
With a low deficit, Sri Mulyani noted that realization of the budget financing fell by 28.5% to 469.8 trillion. Apart from that, the primary balance was recorded at 129 trillion, or a decrease of 145%, and there was an excess of budget financing, or SILPA, of 232.2 trillion rupiah. Jakarta, Raharjo Patmo for IDX Channel.